multiple injuries, predominantly in young teenage males, some as young as 11, 12, 13, 14-year-olds, who are being shot at the food distribution sites. And I'm hearing the same story from all the patients I've treated and operated on, their families, and indeed medical and nursing colleagues of mine in Gaza who have been to these food distribution points to get food for themselves. And the story is the same from all of them. They're being shot by Israeli soldiers or by quadcopters, which are the remote drones being controlled by the Israelis. And they're being shot in multiple different body parts. And there seems to be a clustering of different body parts on particular days. So one day they're coming in having been shot in the abdomen. Another day they're coming in having been shot in the head or the neck. Last Saturday we had 4 young teenage males, all who came in at the same time having been shot in the testicles. So there's a very clear pattern, and it's almost as if a game is being played, that today it's going to be the head, tomorrow it's going to be the abdomen. And these injuries are devastating. I had a 12-year-old boy die on the operating table the other day from a bullet which he'd been shot by an Israeli soldier at a food distribution point and had been shot through the aorta. So appalling injuries, the like of which I would never have imagined could have happened if I were not seeing this with my own eyes.
The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation say reports of deaths near their aid sites are false and accuse media outlets of reporting them as serving as mouthpieces for Hamas. What do you make of that?
Well, I don't believe a word they're saying. The experience that I'm seeing here, that we're all witnessing, and the narrative I'm getting from the victims and all their families, without exception, is that these young teenage boys are being shot by Israeli soldiers or by the quadcopter drones at the food distribution points. So I think the evidence I am seeing and hearing from close colleagues is overwhelming, and I'm in no doubt that is what is happening. And the clustering of the injuries that I described earlier, it's beyond coincidence.
You said you've also seen malnutrition in the time since you have been here. Can you tell us the extent of this and how bad it is?
Yeah, it's terrible, the malnutrition. This is my 3rd trip to Gaza. I've called this out on both my previous trips, but it's much worse now. And I've seen it in many of the adult patients I've been operating on. They're coming in malnourished, so their ability for their tissues to heal is severely impaired.